Hey guys, welcome back to Kendi Beauty. So I can't believe that Urban Decay is doing another launch already. I feel like it was just yesterday that they released their Naked Cyber palette, but here we are again, this time with another collab with Marvel Eternals. This is the Eternal Marvel Eternals. I always get it mixed up. Anyway, we're going to be taking a look at that palette today. They just recently launched this, and you know, we're just gonna see what it's all about, how the palette unfolds, if it's good, if it's not, if it's worth the price point. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We love hanging out with you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos, because hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got a lot of makeup and just lots of fun with makeup coming up soon on the channel. So make sure you're publicly subscribed, you tap that bell, and you give this video a thumbs up. Alright, so what is on my face today? I have my Mer Marine Mist. I got this at the spa and I'm in love with it. I also have some Makeup Geek on the lips, the Creamsicle Delight. I have my Melt Blueprint palette on, along with some of the Colourpop Coral palette on my eyes. I'm also wearing, so here's what happened. It's a hot mess. So I went to use my Denona Myworks Twin Flames, and I had no idea. I didn't realize that I was out of one of them already. I think I'm out of one. I don't know if they dried up or not, but I was using Lust and then that dried up, and so then I'm like, what should I do? So then I went in with Bay, and it's like a mishmash all over the eyes, and I'm sure it's crazy because it's like two shades together. It was a hot mess, but anyways, we're hanging in there. We got the makeup on. So let's dive in and get the details on this palette. We'll create a look and see how this palette unfolds. Alright, and so I did not get the whole collection. I might get the vault at some point, but I wanted to just sort of check out the palette first. I believe the vault is launching in mid-October, October 15th, I believe it says, or 16th. So it says, let's see, the UD Marvel Studios Eternals eyeshadow palette. This ultra collectible eyeshadow palette features a graphic 3D pop-up element and 15 all-new shades inspired by the strength and grace of the immortal warriors known as the Eternals. It retails for $65. It says each UD Marvel Studios Eternals Velvety Ultra Blendable Shadow is laced with bold, energy-charged pigments, create infinite, versatile eye looks that command attention from a mix of metallic gold-infused shades, pearl-packed mattes, and super pigmented shimmers. So we have 15 shades, it looks like. We have Cosmic Blast, which is an ivory with gold micro shimmer. Family is Eternal, a light pink with copper micro shimmer. Immortal Warrior, a gold with green and gold micro shimmer. Strength, a copper with gold micro shimmer. In the Shadows, a matte black with gold micro shimmer. Devotion, a light brown pink matte. Astrolabe, I think that's how you say that, warm brown with gold micro shimmer. Loyalty, an orange matte. Grain of Sand, a light brown matte. Famous, a warm brick matte. Merciful, emerald shimmer with silver and gold micro shimmer. Genius is an iris purple shimmer with blue and pink micro shimmer. Soaring is an ultramarine blue metallic. Protector is a burnt red with green shift and green micro shimmer. And Sonic Bloom is a brick red matte with gold micro shimmer. And again, the palette retails for $65. So let's just dive right in and create a look with this new palette. Alright, so now on to creating a look with this Urban Decay Marvel Eternals palette. I did go ahead and prime my eyes with the Pilates base number 0. And I really just don't know what I'm going to go in with first. I think I'm going to start out with this orange shade right here called Loyalty. And I'm just using my Sigma Cinderella E40 brush. And I'm just putting this sort of on the crease, above the crease, all the way up to the top of the inner eyebrow area. heading it down first towards the outer edge of the eye so that I can spread the pigment and sort of blend everything out, just like so. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Sonic Bloom. And I'm just gonna dab that with that same brush, like right underneath. I don't want to bring it up too high, so I'm just sort of keeping it on the outer corner. Again, I'm trying not to bring it up that high. I just want a little bit of dimension there. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this Soaring, the metallic shade, the blue shade right here. And I'm just going to sort of cut the crease without cutting the crease with that, if that makes any sense. And I'm just spreading that like all the way across on the lid. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with this shade right here called Protector. And I'm just putting that on the inner corner of the eye. And I'm sort of moving that across the lid, sort of meeting it halfway, not all the way across, but just sort of halfway on the lid. And I did go ahead and put the blue underneath of the eye, if you guys didn't notice already. That same Soaring shade. So I think that this is it. I'm just gonna clean everything up, put foundation, lashes, everything on, do the other side, and we'll be back for final thoughts on this palette. All right, you guys, so this is it. This is our final look with the Urban Decay Marvel Eternals palette, and overall, I have to say I did enjoy this palette. I like it, I enjoyed it. Am I over the moon, like in love, thinking it's $65 worth? I'm on the fence. You do get more shades with this palette. There are some different formulas, like you have the metallic, the blue. The metallic blue is one of my favorite shades. I also really enjoy the green and the purple shades as well. I didn't enjoy the fact that Sonic Bloom, that orange sort of deeper reddish brownish color, was a matte with glitter. There's two mattes with glitters in this palette. You guys know I do not like mattes with glitters, so that would be like a con. They could have just done without that. I like that there's so many shimmers. The formula of the shimmers feels different. I don't know if this is a new formula, but it almost feels like it is. It feels like it's a hybrid formula between the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette and then their regular shimmer. It's not quite as dense and wet to the touch as the Stone Vibes, but it does have a little bit of moisture, a little bit of puttiness that makes it different from their typical shimmer formula. Again, I don't know if this is new. It almost seems like it is. It's not quite as dense and putty-like as the Stone Vibes palette. Definitely not as hard and dry as their typical shimmer formula palette. So I'm interested to know if it is a new formula. I like it. I would have wished that they did a good job with the shimmers, as far as the shimmers being colorful. I could have done without that row of matte neutrals. I would have preferred they put like one red color in there as far as a matte, or a purple, or just something a little bit more vibrant, because the Loyalty shade, it came across more neutral on my skin. It looks very orange-ish in the pan, but it wasn't like a bright orange. It was more of like a neutral peach sort of coral, not coral, but like tangerine orange. Well, not really. I don't know, it's a muted down, sort of more neutral orange. I would have liked that to be a little bit more vibrant. I would have liked another bold, vibrant color. That being said, if you're an Urban Decay fan or a Marvel fan, then you may just want to go out and grab this palette. I believe it probably will go on sale eventually. I know the Game of Thrones eventually went on sale. I don't remember if it was Black Friday or not, but you might want to wait for a sale if you don't want to spend the $65. When I think of a $65 price range, I'm thinking of Tom Ford Quad, Natasha Denona, her palettes. Like, I don't quite think of Urban Decay. This was a collab, and I'm sure the packaging is why it costs more than the typical Urban Decay palette. And you have to say, like, the packaging is so cute, so just on point, A+ for packaging. And most of the formulas really worked out well. The mattes were buttery, very creamy, very nice to the touch, very blendable. Same thing with the shivers. I had no issues with the formulas. I just would have preferred a few more colors. And the top row of shimmers, they could have done like a lavender shimmer or a bright green or just something a little bit more colorful. Just give me 1 or 2 more colors. And then I would say this justifies a $65 palette. It includes a black, you've got your neutrals, and you've got more pops of color. I do have to say the solar shade, or the blue metallic, was my favorite shade, along with the shade that we put on the inner corner, which to the touch, it almost looks like it shifts green. It's kind of like a gray orange and then a shift green. It's not quite a duochrome, but it has some duochrome qualities to it, so that was interesting, and it did go on quite nicely as a topper shade over the blue. So overall, yes, I enjoyed this palette. I like this palette. I think it works well, it works beautifully, and it just depends on if you're really excited. If this color story speaks to you, then go out and grab it. If the price range is a little too steep, you might want to wait till it goes on sale. Alright, you guys, so that's it. That's my final thoughts on this palette. Let me know how you guys like this look, how everything turned out, what your thoughts are. Are you going to go pick it up? I believe it is at Ulta in store. In some stores, I'm not sure about Sephora. I want to say yes. I think in most stores you can buy it in store now. I got mine online, and I wish I had just waited and bought it in store because I would have gotten it literally the same day. But, you know, tomato, tomato. Anyway, I did really enjoy this palette. Definitely make sure you guys comment below, sound off below. Let me know what your thoughts are. You guys know I love to hear from you. And also, make sure you're publicly subscribed. There is a setting. You have to do it in YouTube. That enters you for future giveaways. It's very important, so make sure if you don't know if you're publicly subscribed, check it out, do a little research, Google it. It's very easy. It's a setting. You just have to do it. If you need help, let me know, and I'll be more than glad to help you. But make sure you're publicly subscribed, your notification is bell, and your thumbs up, because YouTube has been doing some tricky things lately. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!